Hello guys, this is a tutorial video for the activity that I told you about. For this activity, you are going to develop a digital book, okay? All of you are going to contribute to create only one digital book, and it's gonna be a horror story or a horror book because we are in October, and in October we have Halloween. So this is going to be a horror story that all of you are going to create. So, for this activity, please just follow the instructions. The number one is to click on this link or copy the link on your browser. So, just do it, you copy, you paste it, and you are going to get something like this. Join your class, and it's going to ask you for a password. The password is already in Edmodo, is this one. So now you click on submit, and this platform that is called Story Jumper is going to ask you if you have an account or not. So you have to say yes. But remember, if you say yes, you have to log in with your Gmail account that you told me in WhatsApp. So you sign in with your Gmail account and you are going to get something like this. So you are going to find the class Intermediate 1 and you are going to find the only digital book that is here that is called Urban Exploring Nightmare. Okay, this is our group book. I mean, all of us are going to design part of this horror story, part of this horror book. So you just click on it and you are going to click on edit, of course. In the edit session, you are going to find different things, okay? But first, you have to identify the part that corresponds you. I mean, look for the part that has your name. You see, for example, we have Carolina's part, Jorge's, Sergio's, we have Diego's, Sara's, and Carolina's Guzman part 2. So, the first thing is that you identify the part in which you are going to write or you are going to develop the story. So, for example, in my case, this is my space. This is just for the example. So in this part, I have the possibility, I have the chance of 2 pages to create or to start with the story. So there are different options. For example, you have the option of text in different shapes, in different ways, you see? You have the possibility of adding like props. I mean, maybe different symbols or characters that maybe we can add to the story. Because we are in Halloween, you are going to find these characters in a Story Jumper. But if you click on more props, you are going to find not only Halloween props, but you are going to find a lot of different things, characters of people. For example, clothes, faces, animals, elements of the house, food, nature, transportation, etc. Okay, so you have a lot of different elements to choose. That is the props. In scenes, you are going to find that if you click on a scene, it's going to be in the whole part of the page because it's a scene. It's like the background of the story. Okay, so because we are in Halloween, also you have like these backgrounds or these scenes to have in the pages of your book. But also, there are more scenes, not only from Halloween, but for example, you have different landscapes, you have pictures from the sea, sky, space, town, indoors, outdoors, and patterns, okay? So, there are a lot of different options to choose from. But if you don't want to choose any of these props or any of these scenes, you can upload your own photos. Okay, if you click on here, you can upload your photos from your computer, and you can use them like props, or you can use them like scenes. All right, so maybe if you look for a different picture on internet, or a different character from internet, you can upload it here and you can use it in this part. Okay, you can use it as a scene, or you can use it as a prop. Okay, for example, if you upload um, an object like a person, like a character, you can use it in here too. Okay, so let's try to do it. For example, if we have photos, and upload your photos, and I choose browse, so I can find something like this. I mean, I can go for my computer and look for the pictures that I want to include in this story. Okay, so you also can upload different elements to this story, not only the elements from Story Jumper. Okay, well, so now you have text. You can write text. Let's see that we are going to start the story. So one day, a little kid who was a YouTuber decided to make a video in an abandoned hospital. Okay, remember that the story is called Urban Exploring Nightmare. So the story, the horror story that we are going to create here, is of course a horror story, but is also a story that takes place during these days. I mean, about urban explorations for uh, obtain likes in YouTube. So this story is about like a YouTuber, a kid who wants to be a YouTuber and who goes to an abandoned place like a hospital or something. Okay, so well, that is the idea. You are going to develop the story. So in this part, you can add text, as I told you. You can create like, or you can add different objects to the story to like design a more animated story. You can add also the scene, you see. Let's say that you can put this one, and you can choose the color of your uh, text. Of course, you can choose, you can edit different things in this text. Okay, let's say that, let's put it white and like black. So maybe it's better like this, or maybe with a different color. I don't know, maybe with red. All right, so yeah, the idea is that you can read the text, and the idea is that the images and the scene that is in this page is related to what you are describing. Okay, okay, so now you have the text, and now you have the pictures, and you have the scene, you have all the elements for this page. And remember, you have to complete 2 pages. And now it's time that you add the the telling of this story. Okay, so for this, you are going to add your voice in this button here that says add voice. So once you're ready, remember to practice first the pronunciation of some words, and remember to look for the pronunciation in word reference if you are not sure about the pronunciation of a word. So when you're ready to record, you just click here in record, of course, and you start recording. One day, a little guy who was a YouTuber decided to make a video in an abandoned hospital. So, when you have all this ready, you can add some music and some sound effects, and you click on save it. For example, if you want to add some like horror music or adventure music or drums or stuff like that, okay, you can do it. Just save it. Okay, maybe not the music, let's see, but maybe a sound effects. Okay, so you have to play with this. You have to play with all of this. So maybe if you have this mistake, if this you have this error, okay, maybe it's because you didn't record like well, or maybe um, you have to record it again. So be patient, okay? Be patient because this platform is not like the highest technology of platforms. So please be patient, okay? If maybe you can make a little test of if this platform is recording or not. Do it, okay? Before you start recording all the text that you are going to have here and on the other page, please. So, well, once you record this thing, say save it. Now there is a mistake or there is an error today, so maybe it's the platform. There are some platform problems, but maybe you can start like working on that. Okay, so when you finish, you just leave this part of your story, and you have to let the next person continue. Okay, the next person, for example, I am the first one, so I have to complete this and this. But in order to Carolina to start the story, I mean, she has to read what is here and what is here because it's a simultaneous story. I mean, Carolina is going to write her part of the story according to what I write here. For example, Jorge is going to write his story according to what Carolina wrote in this part. And so far, okay? So you have to start like be uh, be attentive for your classmates to write their part of the story so you can write yours. Okay? So that is the most important thing. Any questions, anything, you just let me know. The changes or the things that you do here are automatically saved, okay? Auto saving done, it says here, auto saving done. So that means that you don't have to save anything. I mean, anything that you do here, like writing a letter or writing something or putting an image or picture, I mean, that is going to be automatically saved, you see? So there is no need for you to save it or to like to click on this button. No, you just stop when you finish and that's it. Okay, guys? So any question, any doubt, you just let me know through the group. Okay? Remember that the deadline for this activity is next Tuesday at 11:59 because I need to check this on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we are going to see the complete book, we are going to see the complete story, and then we are going to try to check it and see how was the story and maybe we can share it, okay? So please, you have all these vacation days to do this story, to work on this story, okay? You can use any vocabulary, you can use any topic, but the idea is that you practice English during this vacation, okay? So thank you very much.